Oh, welcome back to Monster Train. Shall we begin? It's a Tethys run today. You know what that means. It's Tethys. What that actually means is that I just pray to the Lord that we don't face off against Knockback Talos. I think Knockback Talos might be an insta-lose. Okay, it's Rage Talos. Ooh. But it's like not an insta-lose. You can do things like armor up Tethys a little bit with a Welder Helper, try to chump it a bunch. However, very, very scary. Knockback Talos with Tethys feels bad. To begin this run out, we have Rage Talos, Curse Fel, Diligent Seraph. We are Stygian Hellhorned. A classic, one of the double default Stygian Hellhorned, always feels nice. Titan's Tooth Welder Helper and Unnamed Tome. I paused there because I was like, I took a moment to think about if I set the highlight for today to upload, and I realized that I have not. However, I already started the recording, so we gotta go. So Winged Steel is good. Drawing more cards is good. Tempered Talisman in this clan combo is really nice, though. This is immediate power. This is long-term power. I'm gonna take Winged Steel here. I do typically prioritize immediate power. However, it's not a lot of power on Tempered Talisman. Makes Torch a lot better, but we're not really gonna change the course of the game right now. I'm good with the Winged Steel. It's a good pickup. We hope for Frostbite here. Cool, we got it. I think reasonable start. Tethys is a character that you can low roll your starter. If you get Conduit spell weakness on a start like this, you can potentially just lose before Daedalus with no recourse. It's tough, at least. Just use a Welder Helper in front to tank. Yeah, we'll just like 41 health Welder Helper it. It's better this way, I think. I guess you could also... you can make a case for... whoops. You can make a case for not doing it this way, but I don't really think it matters. And I keep discarding, but also it's once I play 3 spells on amount of energy, there's only 1 card left to be played. Now, I do get to silence Chains. Did you know Chains is actually a silenceable boss? Because he has that one... He's one of the few bosses that has something that can be silenced, but you wouldn't think of it because he's a floor 1 boss. This is the only time you would ever get the silence out. Solid start. Double Welder Helper start's always just very good. It gets us through an awkward next combat if it's High Priest or Spike's enemy. We do need to... I'm just gonna quick vent here, right? We don't need Hornbreak because we are regular Hellhorned, not Exile Hellhorned. Vent is a good answer, plus 10 holdover for Diligence backliners, so we don't have to take any curses. And we'll just go left. Stygian banners are always good. Endless? Oh, okay. So, this is an interesting choice. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think we actually picked the Shark. The main reason is Seraph the Diligent 10 health enemies do not die well against Shark. Shark has to get hit 4 times, which is a lot of hits for him to take. As a result, we're going to end up relying on a spell, which means that we should just grab on Guard of the Unnamed. There is a good upgrade for Titan Sentry in this shop. However, there's also a Welder Helper that can take that upgrade even better, and there's a good upgrade for Guard of the Unnamed, so I'm going to take him as our Tethys tank. And you give... first we take the Endless. I know it probably doesn't matter, but I should still buy the more important upgrade first. And now we just look for like holdover important work and win the game more or less. But not just that, but some imp sacrifices is going to be a good idea. Gonna not take the armor trial. Gonna respect it. If they show us another Shark here, we'll take it because it's good for floors 1 through 7. But I think typically here we're good on floors 1 through 7 anyway. This is a combat where we want to play it out like this, actually. Oh. We just super armor Tethys because the boss has spikes. And we just completely ignore the rest. And that's fine. Try and not take spikes damage here, if possible. Some zero cost spells for Wing Steel would be good as well. Oh, the imps will kill themselves on the spikes, that's right. Oh, 1 second. The phone's ringing. I've lowered the volume on it so that it isn't like so deafening because I'll never actually remember to silence that phone before I start recording. However, despite that, ping this off? I think I pinged this off, yeah. You'll still hear it when I'm speaking, is all. It's always just spam calls too. It's never anything actually important. Crystallis that away. Get to work here. Well, probably an alternative plan for winning this run is going to be on having Tethys pick up spell weakness sweep, and then just letting Tethys carry backline. I wonder if you can just make Tethys do all of it with these armor cards. Maybe you can just have Tethys tank backline heavies do it all. Crypt Builder's nice here. It's another good kill spell, but it does, like, we don't have a way to trigger offering right now. No offering token makes it feel a little worse. How's the Energy Siphon? It's fine, but I don't think I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. Molting Imp, not good enough into Diligent Seraph, unfortunately. Sorry, Molting Imp. And then the other two cards, like Rage 3, whatever. Ritual Battle, whatever. Ritual Battle probably would be good if we were going down an Incant Siren path, but since we're not taking any multi-strike, no reason. Holdover or +10 is good from here. Artifact, we would just look for, like, I don't know, double Incant maybe. We'll just go left. Can see something nice here. Silliphite's kind of nice here, actually. We can't do Shark Silliphite Tethys because of the armor imp, but we could just do like Silliphite for backline with a +10 and then also kills heavies with spell weakness and a few spells. Silliphite might be the strongest unit in this game. There's not many units that you can have that will theoretically handle everything. Obviously she can't really kill bosses for you, but given a good tank, she'll kill you some bosses. But she is, like, her weakness is that she's fragile, but, you know, minor weakness. Ember Stasis great against Diligent. Very cool. If we see Abandon Stave, it's even better now, too. Feel pretty strongly about this run. I think we have a solid chance of this one winning. Is there anything else in here? I think I bought the -1 and the +10, yeah. No need to remove. Every time I've said that I felt solidly about a run, though, I've died to something stupid, so I'm gonna try and not jinx it by saying I feel solidly, but also I've already said it, so yeah, you know. I think this run might want, what is it? On this run, we might want to take space. It's gonna burn the Ember here. Silliphite's not really a thing that we need to be playing right now. We can handle these backliners with, like, torches and frozen lances. So I'm not super worried. Not playing an Ember here does kinda suck, but, you know. We just want to purge them as quickly as we can, but also I need to be armoring up this shark so I don't accidentally just die to Talos, because that would be unfortunate. Need to make sure we get him nice and strong. The Train Steward's out, yeah. And we will probably... no, I have to draw Crystallis here, right? I didn't have to, but I should have. I can silence the Slight Trigger on Talos now, too. Interesting. The Welder Helper out there. I mean, this shark is strong enough for us to kill Talos at this point, I'm pretty sure. with Tethys as long as we kill the unit coming up with the boss, which we should. And this is fine. Oh, you know, it's in the song for this boss fight, isn't it? I just finally put it together. There's a sound effect that happens somewhere. Whoops. Forgot about the way that Wing Steel interacts with that, of course. I had to draw first. There's a sound effect that happens in this song somewhere, and it sounds like the hydraulics on a big truck or a school bus coming to a stop. And every time I hear it, I look and I'm like, there's a school bus? 6:30 p.m.? That doesn't seem right. But it's this song. It's the Talos theme that's making me hear it. And it's really distracting. It's not really distracting, it's just I've looked outside and during this fight so many times now. One Horns on Tethys is just iconic. Yeah, so here's a hot take for you. Multi-strike on Tethys is good. Yes. It's worth building towards, is how good it is. Shark is good here as well. So, because of that Shark pickup, what we do now is we play Shark plus Siliphyte on one floor, and then other Shark plus Tethys on the other. And then we just plan towards getting Tethys this tome, which we can do here. We're probably just going to double -1 the tome, so I'm going to take... Because I cannot play the tome on ring 4, and then I just double -1 it, and then we pay 3 for it when we draw it next time. Although, actually, it's better to take energy here, because energy will make Wing Steel trigger and be more useful. Yeah. We can take draw after Fell. Usually, you know, I've been a big proponent of just pick draw, but when you have something like Wing Steel in a deck with all 1-cost cards, it's a lot better to actually be able to use the card you draw off of Wing Steel. There's a lot of upgrades we look for here. Large stone. Honestly, kind of want a large stone Siliphyte. She just needs to... She needs the +10, but I guess the health is more valuable for Shark here. Let me think about this one. Because it's 115, which will take our money pool down to 120, so we won't be able to roll. The Shark doesn't need Endless per se. I think the best thing for Siliphyte is quick +10, but also the Shark kind of becomes less valuable if we large stone her, and then we still have the space open for quick. Yeah, I kind of like large stone Siliphyte +25 Shark, and then we can just... If we don't end up with Shark doing super well, or we find quick on Siliphyte, he'll just die, and that's okay, because she'll do all the work. I think that that's better. She'll do most of the heavy lifting, but the Shark will help her survive through the early sections of the combat. Yeah. Different Seraph, I might take +5, +10. Not Sap Seraph, though, I guess. Large Stone's probably the best hit there for her. We don't need Handheld Totem now, because we have Siliphyte. Tethys plus this Shark just kill bosses, and then Siliphyte and Hot Shark handle the rest of it. That's basically the plan. We do need to pick up a few more spells, or just thin the deck out. One of the two. I'm gonna respect haste, I think. I don't need to respect haste. Well, armor 15 means that the only thing that can kill haste enemies is Siliphyte. Should I respect this? That's a tough question, actually. Any other trial, I think we slam here, but this is... not spikes, actually. We never slam spikes, but... Actually, we don't take a lot of trials here. No, we probably take no trials here. Armor 15 might be the only one even worth considering as I think about all the trials. It's real tough. I think I should take this trial just because we need the money. We're going to... Although there is money over here, but I'm going to click this trial because we need the money and I see worlds where we come out of this fine. Oh, the trial that we could slam here for sure is Invasion. Yeah. There's just a lot of variables like space loss. Space loss on the top 4 and Siliphyte turn 1 draw makes this trial take very, very free. Extremely good to have taken the trial here. You can burn the last ember as well. Yeah, okay. We rolled well enough. I took the trial because I feel like I needed the money here. And I would probably take it again for the same reasons. I think we needed the money. And so we click the trial. I will keep Unnamed Tome in hand to silence the boss, because I think it's the one that slays to add curses to your hand. Which, you know, worth remembering, and at least, like, we can, right? It's not worth the slay or the incant trigger. Yeah, once we hit the ability to play One Horn's Tome as well, these combats as a whole just get a lot simpler. What can I draw here? Torch Offering, Train Steward, Deadweight. None of those cards actually kill this Clip Guardian, so it's better just to take this. We're gonna take some damage for taking the trial, but it was to be expected. The spell weakness is good, but it's not good enough when we only have one spell that actually does meaningful damage to enemies. Minus 60. He'll die in one round up there, so it's another 6. And I think that that's correct, because we want to work down this Clip Guardian, maybe. Although, maybe the only way to actually get there is by hitting Crystallis. And playing this removes the hitting Crystallis line. Yeah, you know what? That's correct, actually. We do it like this, and then we just give ourselves the best chance of hitting Crystallis on this mid-floor. Playing Titans Tooth there changes very little. Yeah. Then we Crystallis this and take nothing on this one. That's good. Silence this so we don't take the 2 curses. Yeah, okay. We navigated this combat. We took some damage. It was like, what, 12? But 12 damage is acceptable for this. And we need the money to make it easier for us to play and upgrade the tome. As well as do some removals, probably, because I'm passing on removals again. Multi-striking Tethys is big, though. Ice Storm is probably... I mean, the best thing we could see here is Ancient Synergy, but that's unlikely. Ice Storm, but there's Ice Empire, which is a little better. Yeah, I think Ice Empire is a little better. This is a really, really strong holdover. It's interesting, though, because Ice Storm... So you give Ice Storm plus 10 holdover, this is 55 any floor. You give Ice Empire plus 10 holdover, it's... I think Ice Storm is a little worse overall. Because of the way that it's random, we don't need the randomness, right? Because usually you take this and you go, okay, this will clear some backliners and do a chunk to heavies, or it'll just chunk out a heavy. But Ice Empire is just going to remove one heavy, and then Multi-Striking Tethys will kill the other one. I think that's better. Important Work is very big. Great pickup here. Lots of really good holdover targets. We just hit as many magic shops as we can see, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, every magic shop on the map we want to go to. Holdover. Okay. So this is a decision that... This is a decision that you can actually boil this one down to which of the 3 questions do you need answered here. So Holdover Vent means that we're scared of backline. Holdover Important Work means we're scared of Seraph, and Holdover Ice Empire means we're scared of double heavies. It's Ice Empire for sure. So the Important Work combo holdover with Endless Welder Helper just becomes 40 energy per round. Or not 40 energy, 40 armor per round, sorry. Which is good, of course. And then we also basically free trigger Wing Steel, so we'll have 5 cards effectively still. And 40 energy, or 40 armor per round, right? And we'll have like, it's plus 1 energy, right? So the way that it would work is you draw 4 cards plus Important Work with a Welder Helper on the field, play Important Work on the Welder Helper. The Welder Helper goes on top because he's endless. You draw him, you play him again. That trigger, you play 1 more card, you trigger Wing Steel, and then you play out the rest of your turn with 5 cards in hand. That's really good. However, just killing heavies is better for us here. Also, this is a free trigger of plus 5 armor every time we take it, so, you know, it's good. Ice Empire is good. And then we're going to throw a -1 on One Horns, and we're going to throw a plus 20 Consume into Frozen Lance. And it is correct to do Frozen Lance over Torch here, I think. The difference of 4 damage can mean a lot when you're going into a spell weakness heavy. Plus 10 on Ice Empire makes it always kill. which is fine, right? It makes it do 280 through the spell weakness. That's solid. But I actually think I leave this open, come to think of it. We leave this open for a -1. I think that making it free on the holdover card is better, but we want to make one horns cost 3 right now. And then double stack doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 removals here as well. It goes to torches, because torches are... well, 1 and 1 actually I think is better. Because we need some torches to kill off the imp right now. But yeah, we have all of the pieces we need. Every question is answered reasonably well at this point. Hello, Sower of Sorrows. So we don't take the trial. We get out of this combat fine. It should be not a problem. Yeah, losing space bottom 4 is good as well. Play Shark, Silliphite. The secret to this combat is don't play this shark. One hot tip to defeat this combat is to not play that shark. And then it's fine. Tethys does all the work. Oh, that's kind of weird that I drew important work here. I am kind of feeding the tank, but oh well. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I shouldn't get overconfident here. We could see this one slip away, but you know. Silence this. This tank is the hardest one. They start you with the harder one. The next one is easier to handle. Crystallis, good draw. Just trying to work down that frontliner so we can get the main hit from Tethys here, or if we hit Ice Empire. Yeah, or we hit the Consume Frozen Lids. However you swing it, it's pretty strong. Rain Steward away. That Endless Water Huffer sure is taking his sweet time getting here. Oh well. It took you a minute. Don't worry, it's okay. That's the reason the -1 Ice Empire right there. It's a hard card to actually keep on the field. Should kill this guy first, yeah. He as well played this out. We'll take off one of the lifesteal stacks, but I'm pretty sure this is over. We won this combat. I don't see how it wouldn't be. Ah, heck. What am I doing? That's not where that train steward's supposed to be. Hope I don't lose off of that. I mean, I shouldn't. It's like 6. Yeah, it's multi-strike Tethys with 74 armor. Good enough. And that should be the last sweep combat that can threaten us. The shark... The difference between playing all this armor on the shark and Tethys is just that the shark scales up even faster than Tethys can. So you keep the shark in because he's better at tanking than Tethys is. Although I wonder if it's worth it. I mean, it is, right? It definitely is. None of these are particularly useful here. Frenzied Swarm you can make the case for. Urchin Spines is also not bad, but Silliphite plus the Ice Empire should be enough, I think. That I don't need to grab Urchin Spines. I feel good enough about it. Anyway. Inferno keeps showing up. I'm gonna keep saying nah to Inferno because it's messy. Inferno's a card that we can play on exactly one floor in this combat, or in this run. Not a good one. We don't need Tiresome Climb either, and Pyre Chomper. Also, we do not need. At every magic shop, it doesn't really matter that we're not seeing removals, I don't think. Take another -1 here. We'll take a +10. It's kind of a waste of money. I'm gonna roll. Permafrost. Nothing great here for Permafrost. Yeah, I think Permafrost is a pass. Just take a -1, but again, nothing really great here. We're pretty much good on spells other than one more holdover for important work would be cool. But I think now we just prioritize removing cards. We'll take a +10 on Torch. Fine. Curse Fell should be fine. Curse Fell is pretty straightforward for this deck. We should crush it. I feel, I said I felt strong about this run, and it only gets stronger. I do. When people ask me what my take is for most powerful clan combo, I usually say this one. It's what I always said before Friends and Foes. Now that Friends and Foes is out, it's a little more up in the air. However, I mean, standard purple red is just really powerful. Oh, yeah, right there. Still with me, game? Are we good? Game just took a moment to think about its actions there, I suppose. Is it okay to take this 5? It is okay to take this 5, but also, on the other hand, why should I? I don't need this right now. Tethys doesn't need to be pumping out crazy damage right now. It's okay to not take that damage. It really is. We can just get it on the next time around, right? And on the way there, we just play Ice and Pyre up here. Like, this wave can hurt us for this play, but I'm not that worried about it. And then if we draw the One Horn's Tome again at a bad timing, we just take the damage, right? And that's fine. Oh hey, I didn't lose space up here, so I can play both Welders. Oh. How's Shark looking? Shark's looking okay. We're probably gonna want to hit some steel shops now if possible. We'll see if it's actually possible. If possible, I'd like to hit some though. Venting this floor is good because the spell weakness here doesn't really matter. I'm gonna play it like this because we get more incants on Shark this way though. And we draw one closer to One Horns. Although we don't want to hit One Horns on this turn, right? Ah, well. We just take the damage. Fine. Happens. Ping off one of the imps. It was still fine to try and avoid the 5, but at that point you don't mess around any longer. You just go ahead and go. Probably want to remove these train stewards. Although, like, the frozen lances are also pretty worthless. But you can see what our armor's looking like. We got a multi-striking Tethys behind a 130 health unit. Plus it held over Ice and Pyre. Like, there's not much that can go wrong from this point. I don't see a way that would... I guess this one can slip away if I remove too many spells and then die to Diligent consuming them all. That's one thing to keep in mind, I suppose. And I should definitely keep that in mind. If I end up having to consume my important kill spells, I could lose off of that. Now, to that effect, is it correct to maybe just grab another kill spell here? Yeah, sure, I don't see why not. Right? In a combats like this, where we're just drawing a bunch of Frozen Lances and Torches, it doesn't seem like a bad idea to just grab Ancient Synergy. Take draw here. Pick up removals and just remove all of the train stewards, and then we can pack this one up and call it a day. Also, maybe find Endless for that Shark. He could use it. Train stewards are definitely dead, though. Multi-strike? Multi-strike's kind of cute for Celophyte. It's like it basically just guarantees double heavies die. The Shark has to tank, and that's okay. It's a relatively low damage output combat, so I think that 85 health on this Shark should be fine. And then we can roll, but like Beefy Shark should be survivable enough. I'm not super worried about him. Just leave it, see what's in here. Totem Fragment. I wonder if seeing Totem Fragment would have changed how I played this. Because I'm gonna click it. Probably roll that shop if you see Totem Fragment. You just look for quick or endless, so. Hell's Banners isn't good there because we're just gonna only trigger it once with the Welder Helper, and then go, what do you do now? It's good on the first few turns, though. You go all the way on Frostbite, of course. Yeah, shoulda clicked the artifacts first, I guess, but it's kind of a toss-up, right? This is the sort of combat that can really punish that, though. Like, we're definitely not taking aggressive Amulet here. Searching for the Quick or the Endless was good. Quick or Endless basically guarantees the win here. Right now, it's kind of close, is what I will say. Not super close, but it's kind of close. This is the boss that I need to hold on, or do not need to hold on Name Tome for, I mean. So I can just silence on a good timing. I am on stream often very unattentive to what boss it is, to put it politely to myself. In other words, as soon as this combat starts and I draw Unnamed Tome, I go, hey guys, do I need to hold on to Unnamed Tome here? And someone usually goes yes or no in response. However, I do recognize that this is Trample Boss. I did, in fact, have that moment of recognition where I saw that the boss was the boss that tramples. So it is fine. I am going to silence this wave. Watch it not be Trample Boss now? That would be hilarious. That would just be absolutely hilarious. But yeah, usually if I don't know what boss it is, it's the Trample Boss, because my mind registers that it's the other one. What's his name? Living Armor? My mind usually goes, oh yeah, this is Living Armor. When I see Living Armor. Oh, I didn't realize she was dying. Whoops. That's not a good play. Thankfully I wasn't punished, but still, that's not what you should do there. Play the spells out, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. We're very strong, so I'm not giving the game much respect right now, because we are very grossly powerful here. And that's all I can really tell you. Multi-striking Tethys with a very strong tank in front is usually something where you don't have to spend much time giving the game respect, because you're just gonna steamroll. And we haven't powered out enough removals for Seraph to be a problem here, I don't think. He died to an imp. He actually died to a 1 damage imp. That is tough. You could take one of these. It may be fine to take Preserve just to be able to hold on to an important spell that I don't want to consume. But, you know. Preserve is also, it's just one, like, get out of consuming an important spell free card. However, the whole deck is fine for consume at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. Mollusk Mage is also kind of cute, but you don't need him. Same here, we don't need any of this. Like, Mollusk Mage, there's space on the floor, on top floor for him, but we don't need the magic power, even though it would be technically useful. Go right path here. Get rid of these last 2 Train Stewards. God, the game is so much simpler when you start with Welder Helper. I'd probably win a very high number of runs of Hellhorned if I always started with Welder Helper. Card's kinda nuts. I think you just duplicate the tome here, make Tethys hit ×3. It's fun. It's good, it lowers the amount we need on Seraph, and the only case against it is like duplicating a kill spell is also fine, but it doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna be honest with you here. We are cruising towards this victory. Give another +10 to a torch here. One thing that I definitely should be more cognizant of is when it is Diligent Seraph, I should make an effort to remember to mention, like, hey, like I didn't think about it here at all, but pathing the way I did was good because it put us on a path where we go into this combat with a 25 card deck, even though against a different boss you could remove another like 6, 7 cards from this deck and be even more powerful. However, Seraph the Diligent messes with you if you try to be too consistent. I'll run out of kill spells and just fall apart. So having the path act as it did was good, but I also didn't think about it, right? It just happened to be that the removals were in the correct place for us. Excellent start here. Really just doesn't get much better than that. Alright, we even get 100 damage out. Just push 100 damage. I guess you can put it into Seraph and it's good. Like, this guy should be guaranteed dead, but eh. All I have to do here is not accidentally consume Ice Empire by messing up the order. Yeah, good. The shark will die, but Silithite hopefully takes us through here. Like, hopefully Silithite takes us through. And we can... Oh, hey, my shark up here is dying as well. So this is going to be played out this way. You can take 15. I want to vent this floor to save this bottom floor shark for one more round. He'll take, what, 15 here? He'll be at 14. And then he should die at the next round, because I believe the next round is heavy, heavy purifier. Probably want to save this damage. Oh, that makes it a lot easier. Yeah, that makes this... If I had only thought of that. Alas. It doesn't change much now, because of the fact that I played the vent, or the vengeful shard already. Fine. Oh, I was wrong, it's Wiltwing heavy, heavy. I don't actually know what it is there. Alright. Make sure I actually consume a card that we want to consume here. Probably... That's probably the Frozen Lance. And the Ice Empire, and then we just send this guy away. Pop you. There was a bit of a risk there when the shark dropped pretty low, but we did just push like 120 Frostbite just went into Seraph there. Not a good sign for... just not a good prognosis for Seraph. Life expectancy just dropped by a very large amount. Not what you like to see if you're rooting for Seraph here. Ping off these. Dark armor. I should have pinged off the helper. I mean, Seraph taking the damage that he just took there is basically game over, though. It's not really much of a question. Basically always just go next. It's over. I can probably get away with this. This is good, I think. Yeah, I think that that's good. Because this way she gets to put on her spell weakness on the final round of double enemy. And use the Welder Helper down here to stand in like that, and it's good. We have enough torches to carry us through here. Yeah, Seraph takes another 120 Frostbite. It is doomed. It's just doomed, Seraph. Just go. Just leave. Your health bar is looking... You're down to... Oof, buddy. 2,800 health and 240 Frostbite at this point. We killed top 4 enemies so efficiently that Seraph just lost his entire health bar on the way up. Also, apparently... Oh, because it's 4 spell weakness. Holy moly. That's a lot. Yeah, well, their helper does nothing. Doesn't matter, we won it for sure. Turns out, multi-striking Tethys is good. Who could have known? How, like, it's just, what an insane outcome here. Multi-striking Tethys is strong? Oh wow, I fucked up. Thought I was gonna be big brain, but I was actually tiny brain. Unlucky. This combat's over. Get off my train, Seraph. Go home. Yeah, the only way that you lose this run is if you remove too aggressively. We got the upgrades exactly when you want them. It was just everything came together perfectly here. We got the perfect unit. So if the longer I play this game, the more I go, wow, like this is probably the strongest unit in the game. I think that I'm ready to lock in. My pick for strongest unit is gonna have to be Icy Silithite. She just does it all, right? She kills heavies, she kills backline. What more could you want? You slap a tank in front of her and she literally just carries. You take Silithite, you take a holdover on a good kill spell, and you just basically win the game. She'll kill backline, then you just need an answer to single heavies because she kills one of the heavies in combination with the kill spell. And if the kill spell is good enough, like Ancient Synergy, it'll just kill both of the heavies, right? She's really nuts. And then you can just focus on your Seraph killing plan being Protect the Tethys, which is, you know, pretty good. Also Welder Helper. Yeah, really, like, just smooth run. They showed me everything I could possibly want. And honestly, this is one that you could probably call a win from the Welder Helper start. Like, once I saw Frostbite and Welder Helper, I was pretty sure this one was going to come together. We would have needed to have missed, like, every kill spell for this one to go wrong. But yeah, cool, good one. New personal best for silence applied. Really? How? I guess because we started with it and we silenced 4 enemies on floor 1. But like I didn't play that. I didn't even know that was a stat they tracked. How many enemies have you silenced? Huh. I wonder if there's a spot that you can go and look at all the records you've set. Be kind of cool. Maybe there probably is. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.